he looks like and says the F slur, but my mom's stomach was really, really big. So like she was just about to pop soon. Oh, Monique, I see you're pregnant again. And my mom went the fuck off. What's up, kmob, mother effing BAE MOOOOOOB. What up? It's your boy Kees. Kees the GOAT, Kees the president. Big Kees with a big wall and a big mouth and ain't nobody. What? Pop me in it, yeah, you get it, sister. What's up, you guys? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day today because I know I am, because I'm back and I'm fishy. Hey. First, I want to start this video off with a happy nappy Easter. I love all you so friggin' much. And this is going to be a more of a that woke friend type of the KiKi with KeeKee. So if you're not in the mood for that today, and I understand today's Easter, you know, go look for eggs somewhere outside in the grass. I know it's probably long because you ain't cut it. And then come back and then just come chill with us on a day when you're ready to be an activist. But if you are ready for today's video, it's gonna be a big one because today I took a big step in my maturity, and we'll just get into the tea in a second. So yeah, without any further ado, you see the mic, you know it's not plugged up, and you know what time it is. It's a what? The KiKi with KeeKee. This is so Easter coded. Boing, boing, boing. That's the noise I would expect the Easter Bunny to make in a cartoon. You feel, no? It's cool, you ain't gotta get it. First off, this week has been a big trials and tribulations week for me. Like when I tell you the trials are trialing and the tribulations are tribulations, like I literally woke up this morning and still astral projected through the amount of sheer stress I have been in. Like adulting has been adulting, but you know what? Like I've been low-key happy, but like depressed in the same time. Like I'm happy about certain parts of my life, but then like depressed about, I don't even know, like just depression. Anyway, so first off, I have been grinding it out, grind it out. I'm gonna grind it out. Like, y'all, when I tell you I've been waking up at 5 a.m. every morning, go me, hey, going to sleep super early. I went to bed late a few nights ago and I was like, damn, I already broke my sleeping schedule, but I was literally fighting my, my heart to stay up. Like when I tell you that it was 2 a.m. and I was literally begging to go to sleep, but I was also finishing a little project. And when I finally finished, actually, no, at that point, I was just watching a little bit of TV and I just went to bed. Because usually, this is how I do it. Okay, this is how I do it. If you're somebody who is like struggling with going to sleep on time or going to sleep at a, manageable hour, you need to just get that ass in the bed by 10, okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm the type of person where I be right there on that couch. Y'all know what spot I be on. And I sit there and I be over there to like 12 or 11 or 1. And then it's just like, I'm already in the middle of a good show. Let me get another episode in. And then you get so many other episodes in and it's 5 a.m. So if you just get in the bed by 10, and me, I'm the type of person where I don't sleep with the TV on. I used to, but that's too childish, okay? Stop sleeping with that TV on. Get that MacBook or that iPad if you fishy, and just put the iPad on. And I like to put it on not the lowest setting for the volume, just low enough to where if I turn my head over, I can still hear it, but not too much to where it's keeping me up. And I keep the like brightness on the absolute lowest setting that it can be on. And when I tell you, that'll be it right there. And if you really want that, let me give you the sauce, because the girls don't even know about this. You know when you get on a plane and you knock out because that air, that stream of just, I don't even know what it is, but it just makes you go to sleep so fast. I had so remember I was having all those weird ass dreams, and last time I tried anything closest to what I use now to go to sleep, it was forest sounds. And I had a dream that a bunch of dogs were mauling me and my friends did. Well, not me, because I made it out, but my friends didn't. And then I had to kick all the dogs off the tree and they broke their neck, and it traumatized me a little bit. So I was like, okay, so no more forest sounds. But then I was like, what can I do? And I thought about it, like I'm always going to sleep hella fast on planes. So I listened to plane noise. Changed my life. It changed my life, it changed my being, and it changed my humanity. Honestly, when we talk about ego death, we're always talking about the plane noises because they work so good. Put on a good plane noise sound, not the ones where it's like, oh, but you need to find one that's like, just a cute little breeze, You don't want the screensaver to be hella dark or hella light, and then you just keep it on all night. I have this one, it's 10 hours long. I listen to it every night and it's really helped. By the way, I'm hella hot, so you're gonna see me rubbing, and you might be like, Keys, well, if you're hot, take off the hat and take off the cover. So let me tell you why that's not an option. my hair is not done. Okay, and here's the thing. I was supposed to literally, okay, so what I was gonna do was silk press it on my own, and I was gonna do it for a video, but I also just wanted to see what my hair would look like silk press. And obviously I'm not gonna silk press it dirty, so I was gonna take it out, wash it. But here's the thing. Somebody stole my silk pressing thing, and I'm irritated about it because first off, it was for promo. I think I already told you guys about it, unless I told you on live, but basically Wavy Talk said it to me, and you know I gotta do a TikTok about it. But when they sent it over here, instead of putting it in the Amazon locker or the literal lockers that are just like for me, they left it out in the open, and then they didn't even notify me that it was here. So for 3 days it was just sitting there, and this is, I didn't notice this until yesterday. So I got here on the 15th, and yesterday was the 18th when I noticed, and I went down to the mailroom and it was gone. So someone stole it, and I'm really disappointed because I'm like, who would have stole? But you know what? That's not the first time somebody done stole something here. Okay, now that I'm thinking about, is it? Nah, I got pretty reliable neighbors. I don't know if someone stole it or maybe somebody just put it up. Like maybe it was somebody in the office. I'm not sure. Long story short, I ain't taking this hair out because I don't feel like doing it. Like I love my hair and I love how thick it is and I love the curls and I love everything about my hair, but I just do not have the mental capacity to deal with it every single morning. I just don't, and I'm just not gonna lie about it. So I'm like, I'm not taking my hair out until I'm either about to get it braided the next day, and I'm not about to get it braided for another like 2 weeks because I need to let this scalp breathe. I just scratched it up. And yeah, so until my new little thing gets here, I'm not taking it out. Maybe that's not true. I might take it out on Monday. We'll see. Because honestly, I don't know. I'm just so conflicted. I hate ADD and I hate being pretty. Anyway, so yeah, having long hair is really, really hard. I wish you guys could relate, but y'all are bald headed. Anyways, why do we start talking about hair? Hair. Oh, that's why I got this hat on. And as far as my like cover, I don't know, it kind of matches with the hat, so I thought it would be cute. And it's like Easter vibes, blue, pink. But then another thing is I have gained low key. Is it a safe space? Please just let me know if it's a safe space and I say it. But if it's not a safe space, I'm not gonna say it. Is it a safe space, sister? Sister, let me know. It is? Okay, so this is what happened. I gained in the last 3 months. Oh, I want to say it all out. 20 pounds. Ah! I said it, but let the truth set you free. And honestly, like, here's the thing. I don't even know how it happened because I was eating I know how it happened, but I don't know how it happened like randomly because I was eating so bad for like a month, right? The first month of that 3 months, I was just eating really, really bad. I was just so depressed. I didn't really have the will to want to do anything. Like I was being very lazy. And the gym was part of that because baby, if I can't get up and edit a YouTube video, you think I'm gonna go to the gym? Like, please stop playing. And I was surprised because I would hop on the scale and I wasn't gaining any weight. Like I was like, wait, did that metabolism just randomly speed up? Like, okay, do the dash. And one day in the middle of the month 2, I noticed that weight started to come, but not very much. And then I hopped back on the scale again and I realized we hit that 20-pound mark. And I was like, okay, it's time to go ahead and get back in that clean eating era. So that's what I'm on right now. But yeah, I just feel really insecure. Like, I don't think I look like huge, but I honestly probably don't even look that bad. And I feel like I'm gonna look back at this after I lose the weight again. And I'm gonna be like, bitch, you weren't even big. Like, you look perfectly fine and you're hella bad and fishy. But I don't know, right now I'm insecure, and so with that insecurity comes the cover-up era. Y'all know how it gets, hoodies and jackets. And that's the thing, it's getting hot. Like, I can't, that's why I'm like, no, you need to lose that weight again, and you need to do it now, because it's getting hot, and you're not about to be wearing hoodies and jackets and be sweating all summer. Like, that was not on the agenda, Keys. I'm just so mad at myself, because how could I do so good with my goals and then ruin them again? So I'm gonna hope that if I ever have another, like, episode where I'm just super duper depressed and I just do not care, I remember, well, what was the point of all that hard work? Because that's what I'm thinking about now. It's like, what was the point of doing all that hard work, going to the gym, working out, and literally gaining the weight back? Not all the way back, because, ooh, girl, then I'd be really huge. But yeah, long story short, weight is not linear. So if you're somebody who worries with their weight, or you're somebody who struggles with their weight, and you're like, dang, I can't gain weight, or I gain weight and then I lose it again, or I can't lose weight, or I lose weight and I gain it again, I want you to know, as somebody, because a lot of people ask me like, oh my gosh, Keys, how do you lose weight and how did you do it? Because you just lost so much weight and you just look so much da-da-da-da. And it's just like, I think that the message gets lost in translation, that I'm still human and that it happens to everybody. Everybody has these problems, and y'all are normal, y'all are humans, okay? So there's a time for forgiveness, but there's also a time for accountability, and you gotta be like, okay, I'm not happy in my body, let me do what I got to do. And yeah, so I hope that inspired somebody to either get in the gym if you've been thinking about it, or just keep pushing, because I know it's hard, sister, but we're gonna do it together. I promise we gonna do it. And yeah, so I'm a little hot, but I'm not gonna lie, I low-key kind of like cooled down a little bit, like, hey, cool it down, hey, cool it down. To cool it down, then you gotta broom it down, sweep it up and broom it down, and I'ma own it down. Then you got my egg, and we finna spoon it down. Then we finna spoon it down. Then we finna tune it up. Everybody talking down, but I think coochie on my butt and all that was it, and the Uzi. I grab Uzi, get my Gucci. So let's talk about me moving, right? As y'all know, I am moving. I was gonna keep the city like a secret, but honestly, it's like, doesn't even matter at this point. Everybody knows. I am moving to Atlanta. Hey, they said it was not Atlanta. Decatur is not Atlanta. But here's the thing, I'm actually not gonna be moving to Atlanta in June anymore. I know. But honestly, it's okay because it just makes the most sense. So this is what happened. I just been lying to you guys this whole time. I've been lying to you, and no, that's actually not the case. That's not. No. Let me stop playing, because there's people who really do think I come on here and I lie, and I can't even be playing into those jokes. What happened was, I toured the apartment. It was so beautiful. I loved it so much. It was the perfect price. It was literally in my budget. I was so excited to move into it. Then I was doing the application and I realized that the price went up $400 something. I'm like, wait. So it ended up being like $2,900 after the price got added. And I was like, what? And I remember, I did know that apartments are more expensive in the summer. I already knew that prior to this, but on the listing, it said $2,400, and it was saying that it said like, literally, this is after all fees are applied. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like not only is this including the summer rent rate, but this is because I had put on my dates I was looking to move there in June. So I was like, clearly this has to be the summer rent dates. And no, I guess that wasn't the case. I guess it was $2,900 after I would have moved in, and I'm not paying $2,900 for an apartment, not in Atlanta. And I'm not gonna lie, I might pay $2,900 for an apartment in LA, because LA is my final form. When I move out of Atlanta, I'm going to definitely go to LA. Some people might be like, Keith, why don't you just go to LA now? But financially, it just makes more sense for me to move to Atlanta first, because I want to go to Atlanta, chill there, see what's up, do my little bop, and then go to LA, because by the time I go to LA, my presence on social media will be a lot bigger, and I'll obviously be getting paid more, because that's just how it works, you know what I mean? Every year I've always, just like not too like much on my bank account, but like I've always made more money than I have the previous year. I've never went backwards, thank the Lord. Jehovah, we love you so fucking much. But what I've realized is I've also been adding more bills, and so I'm like, maybe moving in to a $2,900 apartment just isn't the vibe, and especially when you're probably not even gonna want to stay there the whole time. So I don't know, I would have to really love the city that I'm staying in and love the area and love like everything to pay $2,900. Now, that's not to say that I won't move to Atlanta and then fall in love with it and be like, actually, I don't want to go to LA. I'm actually gonna stay here and then pay $2,900 for that apartment. But as of right now, it is not in my budget. And to be honest, I just feel like if I'm gonna be paying $2,900, I could be getting a townhouse. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing is extending my lease here for 4 months instead of, because last time I extended it for another 12 months. So first I moved into here and it was a 15-month lease. And then I extended it last year on the 23rd of June for 12 months. And now I'm gonna extend it for another 4 months. So then by the time I'm done with this rent, like when I'm done with this lease, it'll be out of summer, and then I can just move. First off, that'd be better because it's not gonna be hella hot. So I'm not gonna be moving in the middle of the heat wave, because I already did that once, so I don't wanna do it again. But then too, the apartment would be cheaper. So it just makes more sense. And to be honest, like, I kind of like it. Like, I've been kind of in my coping era since I've come up with that like analysis that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm like, okay, well now I can fill that spot in with my 100K plaque, because in the next 4 months I'll definitely hit 100K. Like, it's so obvious. And I don't know, like, I guess I can decorate my apartment a little bit more, but then I'm also I don't know, I'm still confused about that, because I'm like, should I decorate the apartment? Does it even make sense? Because if I'm gonna move in 4 months, I might as well just move what I have now and then not have to bring as much with me. But I don't know, we're gonna see. So yeah, that's been basically what's going on. I'm gonna be extending it here. I'm a little bummed about it because I really do not like Houston, But I also feel like I'm gonna take these 4 months to try to push myself to go out a little bit more, even though that I don't like the city and I feel like there's not very much for me. But I'm gonna try to find something out here that is for me, because regardless of what, there's always something for somebody somewhere, and it's just really niche. So I gotta just find my little niche friends, my little niche, like, you know, spots, and enjoy my time there, and just, you know, get out the house a little bit more. I was gonna film this video outside, but it's hotter than nutsacks, so I'm just not gonna do that. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do for the next 4 months. That's the move, that's the vibe. But I am gonna push myself to get out more, because I absolutely like extra hated my experience here because I was inside all the time, and I do not want that for the next 4 months. But to be honest, like, I don't know, I might be, because y'all know how I get. Like, I get hot easy. I'm hot underneath a cover. You think I'm not gonna be hot outside in 100-degree weather? Like, I hate hot. Like, I can't do it. So even though LA does get hot, but I feel like the West Coast is like regular hot. I can do 94, but once we start pushing 104, it's like, why? Like, honestly, like, what's the point? So I don't know about that one. Oh my God, Justin Bieber. Why does he hate Hailey Bieber so fucking much? Like, okay, you know that whole thing going on about Justin. This is definitely a hard switch in the opposite direction. But Justin Bieber, right? I saw a video of him and Sexy Red, and first off, the two worlds colliding already gagged me enough. But then he had kissed like the girl on her neck, and I know that rich people, or not her neck, on her chin, and I know that rich people like kiss each other as a way of saying hi. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just not in that like tax bracket to understand why they do that. But you know, they kiss each other on the cheek all the time, but I just feel like he looks so much happier when his wife isn't around. Why is that? Why in the fuck is that? Hailey, what did you do? And you know what, there was all that stuff going on recently about how like Hailey was stalking him for all these years, and I'm like, damn, like, you're really a weirdo. And maybe he just hates, I don't know, I feel like it's gotta be with Selena. Like, he really wants Selena so bad, and now he can never get her because now Selena's marrying that troll, and I'm just like, damn, Selena. But I mean, they say love is blind. It must be blind, and I don't know, because Benny just sound like he, I don't know if I want to say that. That's really, really rude. Benny, everybody's pretty to somebody, you know what I mean? And I feel like beauty is, what's that word? Agnostic? No, that's not the word. That's definitely not the word. Beauty is subjective. And that was, you notice how that wasn't the word and it was so off? Like, girl, what do I be talking about? Beauty is subjective. So maybe she thinks he's the finest shit in the world, but I don't know. Like, older me was literally living when Justin and Selena were together, because I wanted to be Selena Gomez, because I wanted her wand and Wizard of the Place, and I wanted to be with Justin Bieber. Like, the Baby music video did something to me. My first sense of real jealousy was the Baby music video, when that girl got to go on that date with him and they did the little dance and they were like, baby, 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 oh. I was like, fuck! Should have been me. But yeah, I don't know. So it was just such a fab link up for me, and the fact that they broke up and now it's all, and they're still, bro, they get a new scandal every year. Like, they must be messing with each other in real life. Like, I don't know, they have to still be messing with each other. What y'all think? Y'all think Justin and Selena still be messing with each other or texting? I wouldn't put it past nobody. They say Hollywood crazy, so I would literally, I feel like that's the least craziest thing that could be happening. And I don't know, I feel like it's logical, because he seems like he really despises his wife. Like, I saw a video where he let her fall and he hopped on the skateboard and literally just zoomed off. I was like, damn, like, you would be, the way he would come home to divorce papers, crisp, warm divorce papers, like they would have just been printed out. Like, I'm not even playing. So I feel bad for her, but not really, because like, you're kind of a stalker, and I'm pretty sure she's low-key a little racist. So ha ha. But so is he. So you know what, actually I don't feel bad for you, Justin. Yeah, because I don't forget about that one less lonely N-word. But I don't know. I couldn't personally have millions and millions of followers and literally have my husband hate me. And he looks so unhappy. And I understand that she wants to be with him, but it's like, why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? Like, it does get to a point where it's like, they've proven over and over and over and over and over they're not a gentleman. Because anybody, bro, I just feel like at this level of their career, not only does the public image matter, so that's really all I can see. So I'm not even gonna talk about their behind the scenes, because how would I know? But their public image is one of the most important things to them. I feel like, at least it's one of the most important things to them. And he always dogs her out. I just be like, Justin, like, you could have helped that girl up. You know what I mean? Or like when she tried, I think he told her in one clip to like stop talking to her or leave him. I forget what it was. I was like, shit, could it be me though? Couldn't be me, because I'm not gonna get embarrassed in front of TMZ too many times. I'm not, because after the fourth time, I'm walking off. I don't care if we on the red carpet. I don't care if we at the Met Gala. Shit, I don't care if we at a foundation. Okay, we could be at St. Jude. I'm walking on you right there. It's just, that's just me and my pride. And it's just like it being broadcasted over the world and you know there's Selena-nators waiting for me to fall. Like, you're not. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Hailey, if you know any better, like, this is me talking to you and your woman self, not you and your racist white girl self. If you knew any better and if you really care about yourself, girl, just go. Like, your dad got enough money. I'm sure you got a cute little sum in that wedding. Maybe that's why she's staying, because she wouldn't get some money out of him. I'm not sure. But then I feel like if that was the case, he probably would just left her. People say it's an arranged marriage. I don't know. It hurts my brain to think about it. Like, that is really like, yuck. Like, I couldn't. CJSOCOOL and Royalty are still fighting. It's honestly a little disheartening because everybody on the internet keeps talking about Royalty being broke now. And I do get the sentiment of, girl, you didn't put no money up. Like, cause me personally, money would have been put up. Like, bro, like I said, I've always watched CJSOCOOL when like I was growing up, and I obviously didn't really understand everything that was going on, but I saw everything, and I remember thinking like, oh, they're rich, they got money, whoop. And if thinking back at it and reflecting now in hindsight, if I was Royalty and I knew my man was always cheating on me, and CJ said that he literally brought girls up in the security footage while her kid was home into the room and didn't come back out for another 3 hours. And I'm just like, oh my God, like what were you doing for 3 hours? Mind you, 3 girls, so what was it, like divided equally? Anyways, I personally, and this is just me, and maybe this is just because I don't got no class, I would have stayed. I would have grit my teeth and I would have been mad as fuck and I would have been hiding my true emotions, but the whole time I would have been stacking mad bread. Every time he got me some jewelry or got me some clothes or got me something, because he wasn't gonna notice. You can tell CJ probably F's off money so bad. Like, he probably keeps cash all around the house. Girl, I would have a cool milli put up before I even left. And that's just me being real. Like, I'm sorry. I know it's probably like, girl, you gotta get out and do what's best for you. Shit. I mean, and going home with some money is what's best for me. It's no shade, am I right? Like, are we gonna be real or are we not? Like, I'm just sorry. Like, I don't understand. But regardless of that tangent, because I feel like that sounds like I'm kind of going at her and I'm agreeing with the sentiments of her being broke. My thing is, everybody calling her broke in the comments live just like her. Y'all live just like her. Calling her broke, and she got the same shoes on you do, the same car you do, the same amount of money in her bank account, but y'all got the nerve to fix your thumbs to talk about her being broke. And I do understand people, like, I think it's just crazy to see the rich fall. Oh, I just got a notification, girl. But I don't know. Me personally, I'm not, like, I don't really feel, like, I don't like how they're, like, making fun of the kids' birthday presents. And they're saying that Leon needs to go back to CJ. And it's just like, why would those kids like that man? He was always cheating on their mom. Like, regardless, okay, let's just say, we know that the SA thing allegations aren't true, right? Let's just say we know those aren't true. Or let's just say they didn't happen, because I don't want to put that out there. I don't want to do that because I'm not one of those type of people. So let's just say that never came out and it's just the cheating and the beef because all the years of trauma. Why would those kids want to like that man? Like, I feel like y'all, and this is when I be like, y'all literally have zero couth and zero class, because it's one thing to be like, I'm gonna stay in this situation for the betterment of my children and myself, so when I do get where I need to be, I can leave. But it's another thing to be like, I left, chose me and my children, and we're happy. We might be a little broke now, which sucks, but we're not even broke, but we might be a little less well off than we were before, but we're happy and we're secure with each other, and our family bond isn't always arguing and cheating and different women around my kids, random strangers robbing me in front of my kids. And then, you know, going back home, like, you know what I mean? And then going back to it and being like, oh, I'm just gonna leave my mom and my sisters here because I could have a Hellcat. Like, I don't know. Unless okay, no shade. If Royalty really wanna play it smart, the last thing I think she really could do is send Leon back in the house as like a spy, and then be like, pretend like beefing with Leon, or just have like, tell CJ that Leon, okay, no, this is what she could do, okay? This is my ADD speaking. She could send Leon back in the crib, tell Leon to tell CJ that him and Royalty aren't talking no more, and Royalty said if she ever goes back to CJ, he can't talk to her again. But the whole time he stacked the bread for her, and then when he turned 18, come back with the bag. I can understand that. Maybe if she's really desperate. But to just be like, oh, that boy Leon, we're not gonna judge you, go back. Like, y'all are sick and pitiful. Like, I just can't. I don't know. I really don't care. I mean, I do kind of care because I feel bad, because it just sucks to see, like, these little girls and this like woman, and just like, it just sucks to see a family, somebody that used to be so close and something that used to be so close and so family, like, I don't even know what words I'm looking for in the situation, because it's honestly a clusterfuck of drama and trauma. That's all it is over there, and I just feel bad for the kids. And then the slurs is coming out, and then the essay allegation. It's just getting really ugly, and then I feel like eventually someone just needs to scrap. So if that's what we're gonna have to do, I just need to see Kamari and Carnation just in one round, and I need to see, Jalea and Carnation. No, because Jalea and Kamari used to stay beefing. I was like, bro, what's the tea? Bro, but I'm telling you, if you've had a stepsister and you had a if you had a stepsister and your stepsister had a messy ass mom, you know that shit's trauma. Like, it's traumatic, because I had the exact same thing. If my sister's watching, you know exactly the trauma I'm talking about. I remember one time, right, going through my stepsister's phone. Mind you, my stepsister was the type that would tell her mom that my mom wasn't feeding her because my mom wouldn't let her have like a Capri Sun before dinner. You know what I mean? She'd be like, drink some water, we're about to eat. And because of how it was in our house, I'm not saying I agree with this, because I'm probably gonna let my kids just get some juice. I don't really care. But my mom would just be like, if you asked a few hours before dinner, then you can get the juice. But if you asked as dinner's being cooked, it was drink some water and then you can get some juice after you eat dinner. And that was just the rules. And honestly, I don't even think that's like unfair. Out of all the things my parents could have done and did do, that was the least unfair thing, in my opinion. And she would go home and tell her mom that like my mom wasn't feeding her, and there would be all this other stuff. And then I remember one time I went, because my stepsister's mom was friends with my stepdad's sister still. So when I would be with my cousins, my stepsister's mom would still be there, obviously, right? And I remember one time we were going to like the Seattle parade, and the mom was like, we gonna call her Tanisha. Tanisha was like, oh, you like it over here, you have fun? I was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh yeah, because your mom's boring, huh? And I was like, what do I even say to that? Like, mind you, I'm 7. So I'm like, what the fuck do I even say to that? And mind you, I told my mom was beefing. Mind you, I remember one time, y'all not gonna believe this, it was before my sister was even born, so I had to be 6. So me and my sister are 6 years apart, but my mom's stomach was really, really big. So like, she was just about to pop soon. And we were at the mall, and I remember I was getting these shoes, or my mom was trying these shoes on for me, and Tanisha came up the escalator, and I remember seeing her, but I was like, I'm just not even gonna say anything because it was like awkward. I just didn't know what to do, because I knew they had beef, you know what I mean? And my mom heard somebody say, oh, Monique, I see you're pregnant again. And my mom went the fuck off. Like, I remember her literally turn around and be like, what you just say to me, bitch? And literally just started going off. And I was like, damn. But mind you, this before I had any like amount of like social anxiety for or understood like what like rejection was or anything. I wasn't like anxious about like being in weird, awkward social like stuff. So I remember, like the security had to run across like the mall, because we were upstairs, so obviously, because I just said she took the escalators upstairs, and my mom ended up backing up, and the girl Tanisha was at the escalator about to go down. And I remember just thinking like, I'm literally about to go push this bitch. So I got up from where we were, because I was, like I said, trying on shoes, and I was about to go push her ass down, but luckily when I got there, the security separated it and she ended up leaving. And yeah, so long story short, you know that if you have a stepsister with a messy ass bitter mom, it's always gonna be drama. And you know what? That drama and that bitterness does not even end, because my mom got married just recently. Mind you, that was when I was 6. I'm 23 now, and my parents got married when I first moved out here, so I was just turning 21. And on my parents' wedding, I had followed my stepsister on social media because our relationship was a little bit better than what it is now. And the reason why it is where it is now is because on the wedding, I had posted a picture. It wasn't even the day of the wedding. I just posted a picture of me in my hotel room, and her mom responded with a bunch of laughing emojis. But mind you, the bitch didn't even follow me. So I knew that the stepsister sent it to her, and I was just like, y'all are really corny and miserable and ugly. Like, I just cannot stand y'all. And mind you, it was just this, I might have to dedicate an episode to KeeKee with KeeKee talking about traumatic, like, and not even traumatic, just like drama story times. If y'all want that, let me know in the comments, because I have so many more like that. Like, when I tell you my life is nothing but the worst movie, not even a movie, it's a trailer for a horror film. My life is Saw, like, honestly. So yeah. Anyways, I just feel bad for them. I hope they can figure it out or just stop beefing, because CJ's a low-key grown-ass man arguing with 13-year-olds, so it's kind of crazy. Okay, I'm about to end this soon, but I want to start off a topic that I've been low-key seeing a lot recently, and this is gonna be our last thing we talk about before we get off of here and let you guys have, you know, a good Sunday. So there's this trend going on, and the trend is who gonna be the boys? I'm sure y'all have seen it, and I don't know if y'all have seen the discourse about it. And honestly, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there. If you're somebody who wants to go back and forth with me about this topic, I'm letting you know now, I'm going to read the fuck out of you. I don't care about your opinion if it's not agreeing with me, because everything I'm saying is very valid and I just don't care. And if you feel like that's strict, if you feel like that's low-key kind of narky, then you might just have to leave. It might not be the tea for you. But if you do disagree, but you're not say you disagree, honestly, no, you can't really disagree with me, because if you do, I'm gonna read you, I'm gonna block you from ever commenting ever again. And if I find your Instagram, I'm gonna block you too. So I would just shut the fuck up if you do disagree. But if you don't, hi, I'm Keys, and the trend is hella homophobic. Let me tell you why. So at first the trend was just like, it's really like layers to this, and I really don't know how to explain it. So first, I didn't like the trend because I hate that the trend was always stuff about like, it was just a lot of black women doing it, and it sucks to see your community talk about their men like that, because I feel like nowadays, like black women, obviously you can date any race, but I feel like nowadays in the social climate that we are now, you see a lot more black people with black people, or at least black women saying that they want to be with black men. But shit, you know, shit changes. Anyways, I just got the vibe, and this is just me personally, that they were talking about black men or men of color, just period. Because I would see some Hispanic women, but it was a lot more black women than anything. And let's just say women of color. Let's just not even target a group. Women of color were, you know, involving themselves in this trend. It was like, who gonna be the boys? And I hate stuff like this because it was giving me kind of like flashbacks to the sassy era when everybody called everything sassy. And it was like, I feel like you guys are using the word sassy as a substitute word of the word, and you were trying not to be like homophobic with it, or you're trying not to get clocked, but baby, I already clocked it because I know how y'all get. And where do I want to go next with this? Because there's really a lot, it really is layered. I was kind of disheartened when I saw the trend because, one, why is this a trend? Like, do y'all have to always comment on everything? And what kills me is y'all say y'all don't like feminine men or soft men. And I can understand not wanting your man to be feminine like me, because that's just, you know, you don't see them as your boyfriend, you see them as your homegirl. That's one thing. But if you see a man just that looks clean, that looks like he holds himself to a different standard, or just seems like he literally is just not like toxic masculine, and then be like, he's sassy, he's fruity, he's gay, who's gonna be the boys? It's really, really funny to me, because those be the most untoxic men, and then y'all be like, I hate men, I'd rather have bears. Like, where does that come in? So it's just like, y'all hate men, and y'all hate when men do what men do, but the reason why men do the things they do, and I am not ever, and let's get this straight now, I'm not ever coming to the defense of toxic ass men. Like, the point I'm trying to say is, this cycle of hate that is being spewed from the mouths of y'all is quite literally the reason why y'all meet the worst men and then be on TikTok telling story times like how I used to be. Oh my God, like I was in the back seat with my homegirl and his phone was still connected to the Bluetooth and he was calling some other girl. Well, yeah, this is what happens when you meet men who aren't soft, when they don't want to be the girls, right? But this is your problem. No, y'all hate when trade be trade, but then y'all hate when trade be cool as fuck. And that's the problem right there, because then y'all come on the internet and y'all say stuff like this trend, and then it makes men be like, damn, we can't do anything. And then honestly, they might be joking and be like, oh, I'm gonna still do it anyway, but instinctively they're gonna be like, I don't want to be seen as less of a man because I do something like, bro, I remember I had a friend that said that if her boyfriend got a Pandora bracelet with her, she'd break up with him. And I was just like, but why? Yeah, it's a bracelet. It's something, you know, maybe if he got a bunch of girly ass charms, maybe. But at the end of the day, if he got the bracelet solely because he wanted to match with you, or he got the bracelet as, you know, some type of bond type of thing with you, why would it matter? And she was like, because I'm not going for none of that shit. And he played the fuck out of her. And that's not no diss to her, because we done all got played before. But see, this is what happens when y'all pick the worst men, because you don't want to be, you don't want him to be soft, or you don't want him to be, you know, just, like I said, cool as fuck. Because I don't like to put the word femme or feminine or anything on it, because then people are going to purposely misconstrue what I'm trying to say and be like, why would I want a feminine man? Why would I want my man getting his nails done? Why would I want my man wearing a skirt? Like, yeah, you know, that's not what I mean. But anyways, I digress. The trend was really blowing me. And it's now turned into them talking about gay men as well. And I knew it was gonna happen because, like I said, this was literally just a cloak for everyone to be homophobic. And it's so annoying. Like, it's so annoying because it just be like, y'all be saying that you're allies, and y'all be saying y'all love your gay friends and you're not homophobic, and then y'all do the most homophobic things, and then y'all be wondering why your gay friends be damn near cussing y'all out, or why these gay boys get to arguing with these girls. And it's just like, cause you're not gonna disrespect me, bitch. I don't care how old you are or what gender you are. Well, I do care how old you are because it gets to a point, but I don't care what gender you are. You gonna get to disrespecting me and who I am as a person, I'm gonna clock you. And then you see, and that's how the cycle goes. It goes hate, and then there's like no room for love anywhere because everybody hates each other because everyone got their guard up and is in like self-defense mode because trends like this are stupid as fuck. Long story short. And I remember when I had made a video, right? I had made a video just a few weeks ago, and I was basically talking about how I had some friends who were talking about these boys being bi or these boys being gay because he looked clean. Like, he literally just looked like a clean boy. He had a girlfriend and everything, and they're like, no, he still look gay. And I'm like, what cause for him to be gay? And you know he has a girlfriend. They were gay. And mind you, when it came, so first they didn't know he had a boyfriend. Then they were saying he was gay. Then they found out he had a girlfriend, and then they were like, oh, well, he's probably just bi, or she's a beard. And I'm just like, how the fuck would you bitches know? And all y'all do is hang out with the worst of ever, like men of the worst caliber. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, who are you to justify what's gay and what's not? And you are a straight cisgendered woman. Let me know. Oh, it's crickets. It's crickets in the room, of course. That's what I expected because you wouldn't. And this trend really blows. And mind you, so remember when I said this was gonna get to be one of those like that one woke friend type of the KiKi with KiKi? This is low key where that's about to come in. So those same friends that I was talking to you about, right? That was calling the boy gay. Oh, anyways, I actually didn't make my point with that. I brought that up because I remember when I had made that video and I was talking about it, somebody in the comments was like, Keish, you're not gonna have any friends because they're you're being too sensitive. And I'm just like, and then of course it was a cisgendered woman of color. So I'm like, girl, you just been indoctrinated into homophobia because it's literally ingrained in the, you know, culture. And I can't even blame you for that, but it's just like, don't follow me and don't if you know what's good for you and your mental health, I would suggest you watch who the fuck you're talking to when I talk about the struggles in my community, because everybody who watches me knows that has been a big contingency of like where my anxiety stems from, and everything that's happened to me in my life that I've talked about on the internet has stemmed from homophobia. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care. And you could be like, Keish, you're doing too much. And if you feel like that, then literally leave. I don't give a fuck. I don't want you here in the first place. Because if you're not here to be open-minded, then you're not the type of person I would even, you know, give $1 on the street. And if I'm being so all the way for real. So yeah, those same friends, right, that were calling the boy gay for no reason, or actually not even or, those same friends are the same friends. I don't know if y'all remember a few months ago, I was telling you guys about how I had some friends who were going like on a trip, and they were telling me that if I were to have been like, mind you, I was already scared to go, but I was like, I'm gonna get over myself and get over my anxiety for my homegirls because my friends are important, and I haven't been showing up as much because I was really just focused on being stuck in my shell. But I was willing to do that and step out my comfort zone for my homegirl. And then they were like, oh, if you go out there and you do this, they're gonna look at you weird and they're gonna beat you the fuck up, but they're gonna da-da-da, and they laughed about it. And remember, I was telling you guys about that, and I was like, you know, they're good people and whatnot, but at the time I really thought that was so weird. Like, why would you tell somebody that, especially your best friend? Well, I wouldn't say best friend, but you know what I mean? Why would you tell your friend that? And recently, just literally today, I had to cut those friends off, or I'm not gonna say I completely cut them off, but I'm probably going to, because just where I stand on my principles of what a friend is and what my boundaries are, I don't think I can see myself being friends with those people, and let me tell you why. So recently I was on the phone with these people, right? And when we were on the phone, we were talking about some other boy. They were calling the boy, I think, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure it was the boy that they were saying that was like in that video that I was mentioning, right? The ones I just cross-referenced about him having a girlfriend, all the other stuff, right? They were saying that the boy was gay. They were talking about it again. I was starting to get irritated. And so then I was like, he's not gay. Like, you have no idea about him being gay. He literally just looks clean. They're like, well, you know, I have a strong gaydar. And it's like, you don't. And I'm not even gonna get into it because I'm gonna get to reading, but I was like, you don't have a strong gaydar, because if you could, you would be able to tell that boy is a straight man. Like, you know what I mean? Then I was just like, maybe bi, but why does it matter? Like, why are you so infatuated with finding out if that's the case? Mind you, don't have no connection to this man. Then the friend was like, I don't know if I can say this. And then, mind you, my phone was down on the counter and I was just like quiet. I didn't know what she was about to say. Then she goes, he looks like and says the F slur. And I was like, mind you, group FaceTime. So it was me and the other friends, and all girls, just me. I was the only boy in the call. And I looked at the phone, I was like, the fuck? Look at the phone, I was like, you need to chill. I don't ever want to hear you say that again. And both of them just like giggled it off and they were like, oh my bad. And I was just like, that shit not funny. Like at all. Like that's not funny at all. So then I slept under the rug and I was just like, it was conflicting for me in that moment because I know this is a good person. I know this person's a good person, but why would you say that? Like, and I just feel like we're more emotionally intelligent. Like the people I call my friends are very emotionally intelligent and very intelligent just period, because I don't hang around dumb ditzy bitches. Like I just can't do that. So I was like, why would they feel comfortable enough to say that? It had to have been me. Like it had to have been something that I've done to make them feel like they can even say something like that around me. And I let them know not to hear that again. And that was that. So I let the relationship that we had built kind of speak for itself. And I was just like, I'm not gonna call it out. I'm not even gonna act weird towards it. It just better not happen again, right? Then again, maybe like 2 weeks later, it had to been like 2, maybe 3 weeks later. So just recently, right? They were showing me a picture, and in the picture, they were talking about some boy again. They asked me if I thought he was cute. And I was like, hell yeah, I think he's cute. I was like, he's fine. And then she goes, I don't know, he looks like and then looks at me, and I'm like, really, bitch? I literally looked at her like, what? When they said it, it was not just me. It was me, them, and 2 other girls. And I was like, so I know y'all all say it, or you say it enough for you to be comfortable enough to say it around them, because you were about to say that hella loud with your uppitiest chest, and you thought you weren't gonna get clocked. And if I wasn't there, you probably weren't gonna be. And so I had just been sitting on it since then, because it's just like, I know this person, and I don't know, I don't like to really call people bad friends, and I hate really losing friends because I've been in enough drama and I've lost enough friends, and I hate to make it seem like, oh, I'm just the problem, I'm always beefing and falling out with people. And maybe that is the case. Maybe I just fall out with people and I'm the problem and shit. Honestly, if this makes me the problem, I'd rather be the problem than be the solution, if we're gonna be real, because I can't be around nobody like that. Like, you know what I mean? And I know this is a good person. I know these are good people. I know they have a lot of love in their heart, but I personally just can't be around that type of energy or be around that type of mindset, because it's just too ignorant and it's bigoted. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, it's bigoted. Like, it is. I don't care what anybody says or how anybody feels about it. If you think that because a man or a woman, like if you think that somebody does something that's not gender exclusive and you're just saying them, calling them, and mind you, you're doing that off of just you seeing pictures of them living their life and you have no even attachment to them, you're a weirdo. And I've dealt with enough people like you around my life to know that that's not the energy I want around me or my future, and you just have to go. And it sucks because me and these people were starting to blossom a really, really beautiful friendship. But before you know things, because even roses have thorns too. So before I got pricked by one, I just went ahead and cut it off. And I let them know today that I'm just gonna have to rethink the friendship. And I don't know if I'm like rethinking it or if I'm just like probably gonna cut them off, which probably is gonna be, I don't know, like I unfollowed them and stuff. So don't try to go looking for them. And if you do find them, I mean, you wouldn't even know, because honestly, like, y'all don't know that I've never brought these people to the internet, and I've never like introduced them to the internet, so you guys wouldn't know. But just in case, don't be commenting them. Like, that's hella weird. I'm just here venting and talking about the gay struggle. You know what I mean? But yeah, I did end up unfollowing them because I can't even like see them. Because it would just make me mad. And I realized that I was holding a resentment in for them, because it was just like, how could you cross my boundaries so many times? Mind you, they both said it. Both just said, I don't care. I don't give literally a fuck. Like, there's just no reason for you to ever need to say that word, ever. Especially when someone that you consider your close friend, your best friend, your friend, period, is literally gay. Like, what kind of ally are you? Like, honestly, that's like you having a white friend and then being like, I'm not racist, I just hate nappy-headed monkeys. But I don't mean it, like, I don't mean it in a bad way. Like, you know what I mean? I just hate when people's hair are just a little too nappy. I hate when hair's a little 4C. Like, if your hair's anywhere close to a 4B, I'm sorry, I just can't be your friend, cause ghetto, like, But I'm not texturous or anything. I just hate nappy ass hair. Like, do you see how that sounds? It sounds crazy. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I personally just can't get behind it. And I let them know that I'm rethinking this friendship. I'm gonna take a step back, and I don't see y'all cross each other's boundaries like you do with mine. And clearly that's because there's a level of disrespect that you have for me, but not with each other. And I don't really care to explain it. Like, I told them that, you know what I mean? I appreciate them the utmost because I appreciate all my friends. I love my friends. If I call you my friend, I really genuinely love you so fucking much. But no, I just can't keep friends like that around me. I'm sorry. That's just me being real. And that's just me having the respect and the boundaries for myself because I never had that growing up, and I haven't had that in the most recent years either. And now that I found it, I'd rather be the loneliest person in the world than be around a bunch of people who hate me for being me. You know what I mean? And maybe they don't even think that they hate me. Maybe it's just, like I said, the hate that has grown in the culture, which is also plausible. But like I said in my like conversation with them, that the least you could have done is at least not say it around me. That's the least you could have done. And the fact that you thought you were even able to say it, like, you're tripping. They're always talking about gay people, always calling people gay, always just like, if there's a gay boy that annoys them, they'll be like, messy ass gay, just an annoying ass gay. Like, what? Who says that? But you're not homophobic? Like, and that's when I just had to be like, nope, I just couldn't. And yeah, today I was just like, I can't do it because like I said, I realized I had resentment for him. And that's when I was like, no, like, this is when you just need to walk away from the friendship or walk away from the relationship. And if it's meant to be, it will be, you know, reinstated eventually sometime down the future. But if not, then it's just not meant to be. And that's just how it's gonna have to be. Because yeah, there was a point I was gonna make with that. Damn, I'm over here trying to be extra woke, but no, what was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, the reason why when I realized I had resentment, it was really just time for me to like cut it off with these people, because I have been really rethinking the friendship for like since the first slur slipped out on the phone. But I don't know, like something just changed in me. I was just like, nah, I just think I need time away from these people altogether. And I don't want to just be distant and then not say anything, because that's when it gets weird. And honestly, I've talked about this before in other videos. My beefs all start because I hold in resentment and the disrespect piles on. And then I feel like I have this immense anger with this person, and then it comes out of nowhere, and then it be beef. And I don't want that. I don't want to be in no more beef. I really am trying to be better. But and I honestly even debated about even talking about this, because it's just like, dang, is this rude? Because, you know, I would hate for them to hear it, but then at the same time I don't care, because you didn't hate for me to hear the horrible things that fell out of that mouth. So yeah, I don't know. That's another thing I just can't stand. I can't stand people who have so much love for everything and so much, you know, respect for everyone else around them, and then have that one person that they just choose that they're gonna fuck with because they know that they've had problems with boundaries before. Cause that's how I kind of take it. Like, to be honest, that's how I take it, because they don't talk like that to each other or anybody else around them that I've seen. Ever. So yeah, if you're a gay boy or a gay girl, or gay them, they, or whatever, you're in the community, and you have people like that around you, it's probably just best to leave them alone. Because if they loved you and they respected you, and if they respected your boundaries, they wouldn't be treating you like that. And yeah, I'm gonna end this video here off that. I hope you guys have a beautiful Easter. I love you guys so much. Kiss. Follow me on my social medias. And kiss me on both cheeks. I love y'all 100. Oh, I appreciate y'all so much. Love y'all 100 times. Kisses on both cheeks. Bye. Dos, tres, cuatro. Call me every one night like I got PJ. Down for one night like I got 3 motherfucking strikes.